Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless we play those three glorious letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadoken?
Yeah, why does everybody keep asking me that? I'm tired of telling y'all. Y'all should know this by now. But I go, I'll go ahead and tell you because my blood pressure's high. Excitingly driving Hyundais, right? That's right. It's the car episode, baby. And we talking about cars. You know the main thing we got to talk about? Mechanics. And we talk about mechanics. We got to talk about Don Toretto. That's right. It's a Fast and Furious episode, baby. We talking about family.
We talk about family.
We talk about family, son. But nah, I'm just kidding. We can talk about that crap. We talking about the game, mechanics, and Magic the Gathering. But before we do that, we got to shout out our patrons.
That's right. We want to give a shout out to all of our patrons for joining the ManaSquad. Anytime that you join the ManaSquad, we also shout out your favorite commander. But today we're just shouting out everyone. And for those of you who haven't done so yet, please let us know who your favorite commander is so that we can shout you out individually.
And as always, we like to tell you guys, don't keep us a secret. Tell somebody.
To tell somebody.
To tell a friend.
To tell an enemy.
To let them know we coming for them.
That's right. We do dirt. We do dirt.
So we were looking at all the stuff that's been coming out lately, and we've been getting tired.
I'm so sleepy right now.
Apparently, there's a new Ninja Turtle secret layer coming out, and I don't care.
I have a fun fact. There have been more cards printed in the last 3 months than in the entire history of Magic before it. No, I'm just playing, but that sounded realistic, and y'all had to think for a second because you're like, maybe there was. Maybe there was.
You dummy. Anyway, let's get back to task. So while we were looking through the new set and scratching our eyeballs out, we said, you know what? We wandered on Magic of yesteryear, as in the last set. And we were like, you know what? There's some pretty spiffy mechanics out there that we wish would be brought back.
Yeah.
And we were sitting here arguing amongst ourselves where I had to throw a chair and say and claim I was right. But we want to present to you guys our favorite mechanics that we think should be drugged back, kicking and screaming the Magic. That's right, the ones that they're too afraid to release from the dark dungeons because they know it'll make Magic pop again.
Yeah, so who wants to start off today?
You know what? Let's flip a coin. Derek, you go have to say it.
All right, I always go first. Cool. So
we got to get the weak choices out the way.
Oh, okay. That's how we're doing it. All right. You want to build up? Crescendo?
Yeah, you got to build up to the main event.
Okay, yeah.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yep. Okay. Yep. All right. Build up to this chair. All right. So the first mechanic I want to talk about, they actually did somewhat semi bring it back. I'm kind of proud of them, but they didn't lean into it enough. I'm talking about Unearth. So Unearth was a mechanic that I saw back in the Grixis days when I first started playing. This was on Cedrus, the Trader King. Basically, Unearth says you pay 2 in the black. I think that the Unearth amount changes depending on the card. I'm not entirely sure. But basically, you pay that Unearth cost. Creature will come back from the graveyard with haste and can swing in and do his dirt, and then it gets exiled by the end of the turn. So of course you can do some like flicker effects and make it stay around a little bit longer. But I loved Unearth. I feel like there's so many necromancers that's been printed, so many zombies and all that, and there's no Unearth. What do we get instead? Decayed.
I'm sorry. Oh, because that mechanic was boring. Oh, that's the one you choose to bring back?
That's the one I want to bring
Derek,
back.
come on. I need you to do a little bit better. What you got?
Look, me and Seth are on the same page. My first mechanic is weirdly similar from when I started really loving Magic. It's Externalize. From Hour of Devastation. I love Scarab God is like the Boogeyman is one of my favorite commanders, and it's literally just Eternalize on a stick of eternalizing everything. You pay some cost and you bring a creature back from the graveyard as a 4/4 black zombie, and it sticks around. I love what it does messing with power toughness, where you'll have some creatures that have like a low mana cost. Like Champion of Wits is a great example. It comes in low mana cost, draw 2, discard 2, but if you Eternalize, you have to draw 4, discard 2. You can do some weird stuff with like Blighted Agent, getting some 4/4 Infect creatures. I love Phyrexia. It plays with the game in a lot of weird ways, messing with the power and toughness of creatures, essentially giving you 2 different casting costs for a creature, and it makes it a zombie. And the tokens look great. It's just all around wonderful. It's a happy time. Thank
you again, Derek, for disappointing me. All right, I come to save the day. Now, before everybody
You're not my dad.
Before you guys stone me for this one and, get the villagers to light the fires and chase me down, just hear where I'm going with this. Just smell what I'm about to step in. I'm going to say a word.
Here we go.
Okay? Annihilator. Now, wait a minute. I know what y'all saying. Give me a second. It doesn't need to be Annihilator 5 and 4. Annihilator 1 and 2. Just bring back Annihilator. Annihilator is just simply asking you to sacrifice stuff. That's all it's asking for. There's plenty of cards that make you sacrifice things.
Are you one of those people that says getting stabbed once isn't that bad?
It's not that bad, just as long as it's nothing major. You know what? You can get on sick leave. A little knifing here, keep the doc keeps the it's lightweight death. And what doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. But anyway, a little bit of Annihilator. I'm not asking for a whole lot. You don't need to do Annihilator 20, which
that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Okay, so this is where I am with Annihilator. I agree. I want Annihilator back, but I do want Annihilator 10.
Okay,
I do want Annihilator 15.
You give them an inch, they want all 5,280
but
feet.
This is why you have Cabaretti pooping out cats and dogs.
Oh.
You have every set is pooping out treasure tokens.
Everybody pooping treasures.
Everybody.
You got a lot of iron in that diet.
Can we just annihilate treasures? Like Annihilator treasure, just target opponent sacrifices all their treasures and loses all the mana and loses that much life and just loses the game. I like that.
I'm just saying, some of these cards pooping so much treasure, it's like they keeping coal in their butt crack. But you know what? Let's keep the ball moving.
All right.
Say what you got for round 2.
Round 2. Again, this one they also kind of semi brought back a little bit. You see it on a few cards here or there, but I need to see more, baby. Phasing. Okay. Phasing is what I loved about Magic when I first got started because I was doing things that nobody else was doing. I was, making creatures come and go. And, board wipes happened and my creatures still stuck around because my creatures were phased out. But past couple sets, they did bring back phasing in a limited amount of cards. And phasing is actually very, very, very useful. It's very interactive as far as protecting your board and protecting your things and whatnot.
Yeah, too bad they don't have a keyword like hexproof out there. Anyway, Derek, what you got?
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely phased out every time that mechanic's been described to me because I have no idea what phasing how it actually entails.
There's a whole class on phasing.
I failed phasing 101. Never made it past that. So the second mechanic that I absolutely love is Living Weapon. It's tied to Phyrexia, so y'all already know I love it. But Living Weapon, 2 of my favorite cards of all time. One is Batterskull. Okay. I love Batterskull for what it does in Modern. I love what it does in Commander. And the fact that you just get to throw it in, you get this little germ that it's attached to is great. And then Cauldron Complete is a newer card that is just so damn cool because it's a similar thing. You get this giant equipment. You get to use it with this germ token. It's kind of limited, so you get a free creature that you can use in creative ways. I just think using really overcosted, powerful equipment, but coming with the germ allows them to design like some really cool broken stuff without it being impossible to use. So and it's Phyrexian, so just double win.
You know what? That's not completely stupid. And honestly, I'm going to push back a little further.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Ken.
I honestly believe that every equipment should come with a germ token. I believe Living Weapon should have just been standard. Like when you have an equipment, you just bring it to the battlefield and it automatically attaches to a germ creature. Why should it automatically be hit the field and hit a body? Why not just come pre-equipped?
You are right. Phyrexia should rule all. 100%.
I didn't say that much. You see what I'm saying?
Putting words in my mouth.
You give them a slice, they want the whole pie. You see what you try to do? No more compliments. No soup for you. All right. Going on. One of my favorite mechanics, Meld. All right. You take 2 creatures and then and then at the end you fuse them together by their powers combined, and you make a giant monster that decimates the lands and slaughter the people. You know what?
Again, this is another Eldrazi kind of specific sort of thing.
It robs the land and burns the people. That's what it does.
Yeah,
I love Meld.
Have either of y'all ever melded a Brazella?
You know how it's
I seen him do it once and I exiled it.
It is like farting in cold weather. It is unnecessarily pleasant. It is sinfully delicious. Like, I love Meld. Every time you do it, it's like you complete me.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I want to see it come back. I want to see more fusions. I want to see more polymerizations out there.
Every time I did a Meld, I would stand up and do the Dragon Ball thing. Every time. Am I weird? Yes. Do I care? No. What you got down there?
Get your baby dragon in your time wizard.
Yeah, make a 1,000 year dragon.
1,000-year dragon, Yugi.
All right, so last mechanic I want to talk about. Okay, I like it when creatures start off as one thing and then end up as something else by a certain turn.
I knew he was going to say this. I already knew he was going to choose this mechanic.
Level up, baby.
No, okay, that's not the one I thought you were gonna choose.
Okay. Not sure what you were talking about.
I thought you were gonna do Morph.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. Morph is cool, but I need to see more level up, man.
Okay.
It's level up. We only got 28 cards out there.
That's too much investment on.
And
the
I don't even
creature.
think that's the actual number. Some of these are just levels. Remember we had the sagas or the enchantments that had the levels on it. I think some of those are being thrown into this as well. But you know, it's an investment in the creatures, but at the same time, it's almost like a planeswalker on a creature.
True enough, I'll give you that.
So I mean, find ways to protect it. I mean, find other ways to do the other things with your mana.
And some of these things get way out of hand when they
There's taking extra turns. There's one that just says when it reaches the final level, every time it attacks, it just does 6 damage to the entire board.
There's one that says all your elves produce 2 green.
Oh yeah, Jiraga Tree Speaker. Looking at that right now.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, Lighthouse Chronologist. You get at the end of each end step. If it's not your turn, you get an extra turn after this one.
Like I had to pray over that card, man. Like that was one of the ones where you got to grab the rosary beads and start jump roping.
My favorite one is Kazunda Tuskcaller. She poops elephant jaw.
Poops elephants.
Yep.
She sharks the big stuff.
When she gets to her final level, she makes 2 elephants every time she taps. So it gets ridiculous out there. I want to see level up come back because, I mean, level up should be on like commanders or something by now at least, man. Like, give me something.
I love that. Like a 1-drop commander. You can, ooh.
What you got there?
I know what you stepping in. It's a little stanky. Okay.
The least surprising thing of all time, my favorite is Infect. I need more Infect in my life. I don't know why they haven't put Infect on more creatures, on more cards. It just needs to be in more places. And I know we're about to go back to Phyrexia. I know we are because it's been teased. All the Praetors are back. And I know they're going to try to pull some stuff where, oh, no, it's not Infect. We're going to do something different. No, bring me Infect. Look.
OG Infect.
You know
OG Infect.
You know the part that pisses me off? Like, I knew you was going to go there, too. I was like, this.
My thing is, like, I love Skittles. Skittles is my all-time favorite Magic card. It is the legendary Infect creature, and I just need them to give her some friends. Because if there was like a legendary Infect commander that you could just play like aggro Infect, you're never gonna win a game. Infect isn't that good in commander, but like just let me enjoy it. Maybe I can complete one person and make the world a better place.
I gotta be honest. I feel like if Magic actually did focus down on Infect, it would be strong.
Oh yeah, so let me clarify. I don't want 2022 version of Infect where it's like Infect, draw a card, make a treasure, take a shit, win the game. I want like old school Infect where it's like a 2/1 with no abilities with Infect on it with some pretty art. I want very basic like lower power for commander, lower powered Infect. Like Skittles I think is the top end of, or Blightsteel, but that's not legendary, but like Skittles is the top end of what I'd ever want a legendary Infect creature to be. But just give me more options, because right now to play an Infect deck, I have to play literally every Infect creature in those colors. So just give me some vanilla Infect creatures, some 2/1, some 2/2s. Don't 2022ify it, because then I wouldn't even like it.
The 2022 version is Blightsteel Colossus with double strike. Like it's literally putting his testicles on your windshield, and that's where you going. So
hold on, they're gonna build they're gonna make Infect creatures with Myriad. That's
Magic is dead. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Myriad and Menace. That's just how crazy they are. Infect and Menace?
No. Infect and Fear.
They haven't printed Fear yet. They haven't printed Fear in a long time.
Okay, so let me save the day with my favorite mechanic. His name is Judd. He actually comes to your house to work on your cars. His number is actually, I will post it on the screen right now. I'm just messing with y'all. My favorite mechanic is Split Second. Let me tell you why. Because it gives the middle finger to every instance in existence. Split Seconds is some of the most rudest. Split Second cards are some of the most rudest things you can play in Magic. Case in point, Coasting's Grip. Oh, that's a pretty nice enchantment right there. It'd be funny if you can't even activate it. It is amazing. It makes sure you can't even put nothing else on the stack. It dominates all. Split Second is what it's the chicken nuggets with the burger. And we don't do onions in this piece, but I love Split Second.
I agree. My favorite thing about split second is someone gets like super confident at the table. They, with like sudden spoiling or corrosive, they think they're about to go off. They have no fear in the world. They got this, and you're just like, no, you're not responding. And then my favorite is especially like, I feel like a lot of players that have started more recently that are playing like really powerful decks aren't super familiar with split second. So they'll be going off trying to like pub stomp a table, and you just come in and just take a seat, sit down, fart in your seat.
And
don't leave.
Like Dutch oven.
Breathe it in.
Dutch oven it too. You gonna waft all that.
Inhale it.
But
it's stuck with you.
It's like taking their dreams and doing, the thing with the towel where you put it in between and then you floss. It's like doing that with their dreams. I love split second.
Oh, that's what the dance is. I get it now.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah.
The floss dance.
Oh, get out of here.
That's what they're doing.
I know that's what they're doing.
I didn't know that's what they were doing.
You didn't know that's what they were doing?
No.
They cleaning their butt cheeks.
I had no idea. This is shocking information.
I just saw kids doing something weird, and I was like,
they cleaning their butt.
like,
So
all this started because I said fart in your seat, and this turned into a whole side conversation.
So as you can see, we can go on all day. Actually, we can go in the next 2 minutes to talk about some of our favorite mechanics. But we want to pitch it out there to you guys. What mechanics do you want to see come back to make Magic the game that we know and love from past days? And you know what? And if you see any of the cards that we mentioned or any of the mechanics, why don't you check out our local sponsor down at the bottom, TCGPLAYER. Help yourself out, help out your local LGS, and help us out at the same time. And in addition, when you feel comfortable and you need that new gear, also check out our group, check out Into the AM. They'll keep you fresh and ready for those long days at the commander table. But you know what? If anything else, you guys?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to see what you guys put in the comments as far as mechanics that you want to see come back. I actually want to see some 2022-ified mechanics of old come back and see how Magic is able to handle those.
I want to find any mechanics that can handle a 2010 Ford Focus because it's starting to make a little squeaky sound behind the left wheel.
I got a guy for you.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching and tuning in with your time spans. Like and subscribe. But until next time,
family.
Family. It's about. He don't even got a neck.